Hello everyone. That probably sounded way too cutesy. I'm sorry. Y'all are in a different spot tonight, camera-wise, because your girl didn't realize when she decided to put her screen on a riser that it was gonna really elevate how high y'all were. So we have fixed that problem. Y'all are now on a micro tripod over here to my left, which means y'all are gonna be enjoying that view for a little bit. Whenever I can finally get my printer moved, I will be shifting y'all to the right, which means you're probably going to get to see my whole entire like Twitch setup background situation, but that's fine. We all love hanging out here together. That's the point. As you know, probably noticed, tonight is a little bit of a witchy planning stream kind of situation. I am way behind on some stuff that I would like to sit and plan tonight, so I am taking this opportunity to get some of that done. And tomorrow will be but anyways, just got some stuff that I need to get planned and work on in my Notion and everything. So I figured, why not have y'all come out and hang out with me? Actually, I hate that y'all are having to stare at this mic arm. Hang on a second. I'm gonna mute my mic temporarily and get this fixed really fast. One moment. I need to disappear from the computer screen. Okay. That fixes that. Now let's see what I need to play with here to kind of keep y'all to a degree the way I need you to be. I'm gonna be honest, I do love this new mic stand. It is fantastic and I love it. The only thing I don't like is that I have to use an Allen wrench to fix everything. It's totally fine. We're just chilling at this point to do this. And but I do like it. The only thing I don't like is the Allen wrench, like I said, but I can live with that. But for tonight, it's pretty much just a really super chill kind of streamy night. I know usually we sometimes read books. I'm sorry, I have to be comfortable when I'm doing all of this. But yeah, But yeah, y'all are sitting on a new little tripod that I picked up because, yeah, wasn't thinking when I set everything up. My bad. So yeah, which thankfully y'all should still be able to decently hear me with my mic. If I'm too quiet, please tell. Please tell me, because I don't know if y'all don't tell me, and that's okay, and all that good stuff. So make sure you tell me if you can't hear me. But we're just really going to be chilling and kind of going through some stuff that I go through, little tips, things that I do with my goal setting and everything. I'm not going to show y'all my Notion because I am still working on content for you guys, and particularly one that has to do with my hair routine, and then I have a few others that I'm working on, including a new book review. So I'm working on those kind of not necessarily... No, it is script. I will be honest, it's scripting. So I'm working on that. We might take a break and do some non-screen time reading. I don't know if it'll be this book that I start poking at or the book I just recently started, Bloodline by James Rollins. I am a fan of the Signal Force novels. If you're new here, that is one of my favorite series. And so I'm going to pop my not my reading glasses, my blue light glasses on. If you want to know where I got these at Target. And I got them there like 2 years ago. I know Target still carries them. I just don't know if they carry fun ones like this. They are from A New Day, which is like one of the Target brands. Still, they're some of my favorites. I really like these. Plus they're red, so they give me all of my vibes. We have our water bottle. Always make sure you are staying hydrated during these streams. I know that we can go for long times, and I am the worst. I will forget to drink, and so I have my favorite Corkcicle bottle. Not sponsored. Wished I was. I love these guys. These are my favorite water bottles and cups in general. I like these a whole lot better. Hey, you missed it. I had lo-fi. For the opening. I found a lo-fi I like. But anyways, hello Talos. Just talking about my water bottle. This is one of the Corkcicle water bottles. This is the sports one. And again, as I said, hashtag not sponsored. We know I love my Corkcicles. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I love my Corkcicle. These are my favorite water bottles. So I have mine loaded up with Gatorade right now because I need fluids. And I've been a bad girl and I've had 3 Cokes today, and I've been really good about knocking down on that number. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. And I've done the all call on all the social medias at this point, and we're just going to get into this. Is that better? Is it better if I move y'all close to me? Or do I need to move closer to the mic? I'm waiting on you to tell me if it's better, Talos. Is it better? Strange. I never have problems with this mic because it's usually not that bad. And the volume is all the way up on it. I know, it's strange. We never have problems with this mic, and now all of a sudden we're having problems with this mic. It is not a plug-in problem, I swear. Let me... Hang on. Where is it? There it is. Let's see. I don't think this is magically gonna fix it. But let's see if that fixes it. Did you have the volume turned down, Talos? Is that what it was? I'm sorry. I had to make a funny. What fixed it? Can we describe what fixed it? Because, like, now I'm questioning my sanity. Because it's been a hot mess. But it's been working fine. Otherwise, which is strange. It also could have been that I had the cable kinked earlier, and that might have also been the problem. Oh, I might not have had the cable fully in. That might have also been the problem. I may not have had the cable fully plugged in properly. Like, let me do that. Let's make sure of that first. Is my shock thing messed up? Because it feels like it's messed up. Okay, it's not messed up. Okay. It could have very well been a loose connection, but as I was saying, I'm gonna scooch all. Let's see how it goes if I scooch all this way. Like, tell me if it sounds bad. Let me get my camera. Because I don't want to like have it right up in my face, because then I feel like when I get super excited, it's loud, and I don't want y'all to have to deal with me being super loud. So, because I already project. This is what theater life gets you. You know how to project things. Are we good? Are we good? I should probably really start wearing headphones when I do this. But I just don't want to wear headphones. Like, they bug me. It's not a sensory issue for me. It's more of as someone who has worn glasses for years, I get headaches, and too much tension around this area causes headaches. Do I need to have it closer? Talos, is that going to be better? Do we have to have it in view? Like, does it have to be that close? Oh, I will eventually have good mics. It's not going to be a problem. I like this one. I've had this little buddy for like 4 years now, and I've probably been a little bit more rough on him than I should have been. But it's okay. It's okay. But yeah. Gist of tonight is just to hang out and chill. I am doing some planning on my end for content creation for you guys in my Notion. Eventually, I will be working on some stuff that I can actually show y'all and actually share with you guys on screen. But just kind of doing that right now. Doing that, getting some to-do lists for tomorrow ready. Because tomorrow is our book stream. If you're new here, we hang out on Wednesdays. But it's not turned down. That's the thing. The OBS system has not been turned down. I actually have it on full volume, full tilt volume. Let me actually look at it. Let me play with it for a second. We can always play with it. Let's see what we got going on. It doesn't seem like there's a problem. I will eventually be a good podcaster and all this stuff. It's on my list of things to manage to do. But hey, we're going to call it a win because I've managed to do these things up here in the corner with the whole follower thing, and then the new camera goal raising, and then these guys. Like, I made these in Canva. And then went through Streamlabs and did all this stuff. But I did these things. Like, I created these things. So I will take my wins. I will take my wins where they are, and I am totally shamelessly using ChatGPT for things. It's fine. Look, we all know I love Tweety Bird. It's not a problem for me to be that way, okay? Sorry. It also comes from the fact that I am a soprano, and a lot of us tend to, rephrase, not enough sopranos choose to talk lower in their registers. I don't. I do, rephrase. If we are normal chatting, and Talos, you can actually attest to this, I think. If we are normal chatting, I am much lower in my natural vocal register. But when I start putting on, as I put it, my on personality for you guys, it gets kicked up a couple octaves, which is fine. I mean, it's not me putting on a fake personality, it's just me stretching out a vocal cord. So it's totally fine. It's not that huge of a deal. But anyways, we're working. Yeah, it does. And I own up to that. I know it does. But like I said, working on content for you guys. I'm drafting some YouTube video ideas. I technically have one that I want to do, which is kind of part 2 to the bangs tutorial that I did. I just haven't been doing my Jillian blowout lately, which, if you can't tell, that is not what I did last night. I full on curled it and then slept with the curls pinned up, and so we have a lot of body going on right now and a lot of curls. Parker would probably have a fit if Parker was here and I put my bow in, because I don't have my bows in right now. I should really start doing that more often, to wear my bows. That's kind of one of my personalities, is I wear bows. But it's okay. We're all good. But anyways, just working on some content creation ideas. Just trying to get y'all more content. It's hard when you're like, hey, you could totally do this. This would totally be something you do. It's hard. And imposter syndrome wins a heck of a lot. But I kind of, on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, we're live on both right now. But if you're on YouTube, I've kind of labeled, we're doing like a witchy cozy planning session is exactly what I've labeled it. We're getting 2 different labels, trying to be more diverse over here. And but we're working on like manifestation, goal setting tips, that I've learned, journaling lists and planning tools that I utilize, and just being here, we're gonna chill, light your candles, get a drink, let's snuggle up, let's have some fun. So one of the biggest things that I use for content planning right now is Notion. I know everyone has a different favorite. Some people like Trello. Some people like... I've tried Trello. Trello is not for Trula. Despite the fact that it rhymes. Trello is not for Trula. I have been using Notion for almost a year now. A little over a year. I started using it with the rebrand. And if you're curious what the rebrand is, there is a Discord group for this. Hillary started doing this. She's one of my, can we say internet friends? Hillary, if you're rewatching this, tell me, can we say internet friends at this point? She started this thing of rebranding what it means to go into your 30s, because she was 29 going on 30 at the time, this time last year. And it just sounded so fun. It sounded so cool. And so I started doing things like on that list of like, we're going to do X, Y, Z. We're going to, these are the things, and kind of scripting or manifesting things. So I have a section in my Notion, and like I said, I'm not going to share it with you guys because like that is personal stuff, that a lot of personal stuff that's in it. But the idea behind it that I did was that each season is broken up into, originally it was 10 weeks is how Hillary did it. I broke mine up in 13 weeks to kind of follow the wheel of the year to a degree. So mine is actually following seasonal. So season 1 kicked off, week 1 was 9/16 to 9/22. We're technically currently on week 6. But I really need to rework on all of the tasks, which is going to be a later date thing right now. But each season kind of follows, and you stack. You start working on habit stacking from there. But like you also create like fun little affirmations and stuff like that. Oh, yay! You finally got to come to a stream! Yay! Everyone, meet my favorite witchy cocktail person in the whole entire world. Actually, the only witchy cocktail person I think I know. Yay! especially on planning night. We're doing all the plans. It's just talking about the rebrand stuff, and yay! I'm so glad you got to come in. So yeah, so we're just doing planning. It's just a hangout planning kind of night. I'm kind of going through my tips and tricks that I have learned, things that I am using to do all of my planning, which is primarily Notion. And I was just going through Hillary's lovely little rebrand thing. I found Hillary on TikTok for rebranding what it's like to be in your 30s. Don't ask me. Hillary does a better job explaining this. This is just my opinion. And eventually we're going to get to do like a simultaneous like stream with her eventually. I want to do that with her. It's a huge collab thing that I would like to do. But I was just talking about how it's broken up into seasons, 4 seasons for the year, because we have 4 seasons. So like you have season 1 would be the fall, season 2 would be winter, season 3 is spring, season 4 is summer. And so each one, Hillary originally had them kind of broken down into like 10 weeks, I think less than that. I revamped. Mine follows more of the year. So each season is 13 weeks long, which kind of gives you a little bit more cyclical. I know it's a word, and I still can't say it right. But it's more cyclical with the year. So I have really done horrible with it. We're technically on week 6 in that, and I have not been doing anything. I still have my plans from the first go around, and when I fell off the wagon, I just decided, nope, we're starting from season 1. Hillary has entered her season 5, which is great. But the idea is that you kind of go through and you do these affirmations and you create these little, like, your scripting, your manifestations, and all that stuff. So, like, I broke mine down by grouping, to be very clear. So, like, mine is like, I have a financial section, I have a career section, I have stuff that is strictly related to, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take off what I've named it. I named it blog, Twitch, YouTube, podcast situation. We are going to relabel this, now that I'm talking about it, content creation. And so it's like, that I'll share with you guys. It's really cool. It's like I say I am posting twice a month. I am following through on sending out my newsletters for both Twitch and the blog. I'm making extra income from the blog to pay for the blog and other blog-related things. I'm streaming meaningful content on Twitch and then posting on my YouTube. Like, things like that. Things that you really kind of want to make happen. I also have a section that is relationships. It is split between friendships and romantic relationships. I also have a lot of self-growth stuff on here, like mental and physical things that I wanted to do. And one thing that I have done in this last year, whether or not it was intentional or not, is I actually kind of did a lot of my physical stuff. Like, I am comfortable in my body. I am doing activities that make my body feel good. I feel flawless and at my best all the time. And for the last year or so, I've been really working on trying to do cycle syncing, which is why this book is always not very far away. I love this book. It's been great as a helpful little guide, and it's just, I've gotten off my hormonal birth control. Sorry guys, if that's a little TMI for you boys, if you're watching. I do not apologize. You're around females a lot, and you should understand that that is a conversation that is had. But I love that. And so I have actually, for the last 3-ish months, been off of my hormonal birth control. My cramps are still not that bad, which is shocking because I used to have horrible cramps. And I've really just been taking better care of my body, which makes me happy. And so, yeah. And what I'm working on tonight is content creation. Like I said, I love Notion. Notion is my bestie. I love the calendar, which is another fun thing to use with that, because when you have your Notion set up, you actually can pull in things from your Notion into calendars if you have dates working with that. So, like, my cleaning calendar shows up in my calendar now, and so I can actually see things like my cleaning schedule of, like, how often. And that's the other cool thing, is I have a really cool cleaning schedule in this thing that when I utilize it, I go in and like say that, the last date I cleaned was, say October 4th. We're just using this as an example, and I have a check my plants and water them thing. So like I did that today. So I'm going to go in and put that it was done on the 22nd. So going in and looking at that, you actually get to see, like, if I go and look at it now, because it's no longer considered overdue, it's a weekly task. I have it set up for weekly, so the next time I would check it will be on the 29th, which will be next Tuesday. I can do this for anything. I have programmed it to be able to do, I got this from someone else. I did not write all of this originally. I got this from someone else, and I have tweaked it since. But like there's weekly, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 2 months, monthly, every 6 months, which for me is like cleaning my oven and cleaning my stove burner areas. Those things I hate to clean. I do it twice a year. And by twice a year, I do it on Bridget's Day, which is spring cleaning time for witches. And then I do it again in August, and that is it. I don't touch it otherwise. I hate doing the stove cleaning, which is why it is every 6 months. So that I don't have to do it all the time. But like, it's really cool. I love it. I get to, have all those things. Yes. Yes. Okay. Why? I hate that this thing always thinks that LMAO is a curse word, and I would like to understand why it thinks LMAO is a curse word. It's not. But cleaning the stove is the worst. And so I hate doing that. So I even have cleaning the fridge and cleaning the microwave on a once a month situation, because I'm like, I just don't want to do that. Like, I hate doing that. But this keeps me on track. So like I get to see what's like overdue right now, and I actually have a lot of stuff that's overdue, but I have actually recently done some of these, so I can actually say like, hey, I actually did this today, so I can actually mark the date off. I also use Notion for my travel planning. Oh, now I'm jealous, Talos. I now want a milkshake. How can we witchify that, by the way? I would like to... I now need a milkshake cocktail. Dang it. Ideas for our witchcraft cocktail person in the chat. Milkshake cocktail. Milkshake cocktail. Please. But so I use Notion a lot for a lot of things. I have a habit tracker in here. I have all my notes on cycle syncing in here. It's a personal thing. I like it to be at my fingertips at all times, because there are certain foods I found out that you're supposed to eat when you're on your cycle, in different parts of your cycle, which is why I currently have a steak thawing in the freezer, in the fridge, because your girl's gonna need a steak next week sometime. So yeah. But I keep a lot of things in here. My habit tracker. I also keep my products that I use on a regular basis in here. So like I have all of my skincare inventory in here, and I mark whether or not I have a backup for it. And then I have my routines in here, because my routine is very much different every evening, but my morning routine is always the same grouping of products. So like I have my Monday, Wednesday, Friday routine. I have my Tuesday, Thursday routine. Yay. Okay. I'm happy about this. I don't mind if my name gets tossed in on this in some way, shape, or form either. I give permission on that. And then Saturday, Sunday, I have a different skincare routine. All very similar products. There are small things that change throughout those things. And I will actually be doing a full video on that. But I also have a content creation. You can kind of create, very much like Trello, you create your own workspaces. And so I have one that is for personal life. I have one that is for content creation. And then I also have one that is for my book writing, which has a lot of the stuff that y'all don't get to see, which is my face claims for my books. And I will never share those. I have a very huge thought process on that, very similar to, who am I thinking? Rebecca Yaros. She's the one. I love Fourth Wing. I love Fourth Wing, but I'm very much like Rebecca. I'm not going to tell you who I would fan cast in my own books. I have people that I have picked for my sanity to be able to write, but other than that, I am not going to be giving away any of the details, and that is fine. Some people do know, but those people are sacred, and they're not going to tell anyone. But yeah, so I use it for my content creation. I have different sections set out for each section of my content planning, and I have it for newsletters. I have it for any Canva, Instagram freebie forms that I need to make. I have one that is for the blog. I have things that are for the Patreon / Ko-Fi. I have my Instagram reels and my TikToks, and then I have my Twitch and my YouTube. It's so much fun to do this, and I love seeing it because I have like the master calendar that shows everything that I've got going on, and then I have like in each individual section there is just a calendar for what I am currently like working on right now, so I can focus in on those specifically. So like today was the Blackbird Oracle book review drop. If you've read the All Souls series, go check it out. It's on the YouTube channel. I'm going to stop posting my, I'm going to start doing small trailers and for my book review videos using clips from what I'm recording for that. But other than that, I've also created like a really cute little template for my book review so that I can go in and like plug in like, okay, this is what they're going to be a lot more structured. I'm going to be able to give you guys chapters so you can kind of jump through the videos and find the information you really want to find in my videos. So we're doing that. I've had friends suggest a lot of other different things because they're just as hugely invested in my content as much as anyone else is, and I love doing what I do. So I'm also workshopping a new recipe. While our lovely Julia is our cocktail person, I am your meat and three kind of girl, your meat and potatoes girl. I am working on the recipe for how I do my beef stew. I feel that a lot of beef stew recipes are very over convoluted and call for way too much stuff. I have a recipe that everyone has said so far is delicious. I actually am waiting for my friend, my hairstylist / friend. Her husband is a chef, and I am waiting for him to give feedback first before I get ready to publish it. But I'm really excited about it to get to publish it on the blog. But also found this really, really cute Yes, that sounds wonderful. I'm sure you will love it. But I also found this really cute recipe book on Amazon, and it's you can go in and write your recipes in yourself, and this is really neat. So I'm actually going to be doing this for myself and adding them in here. So like once they've been workshopped and they're ready, they're going in this, and I'm really excited about that. But yeah, it's a beef stew recipe, and I mean, the only difference is I've just taken out a lot of stuff that's in it, and there's a lot of, it's more marinating time on the meat, in my opinion. So, but that's just me. And I also don't make mine soupy thin. I like mine like with a roux, a really thick gravy-ish roux. It's some weird in-between mix of a gumbo and gravy. Like, I can't, there's no descriptor word for this. I might have to come up with one of my own, but it's something I'm working on and workshopping right now. So once that's done, it'll be up on the blog. And then, I still have to record a new book review for you guys. And then I eventually want to, maybe next hair wash, I will actually get my Jillian blowout tutorial done. It is the part 2 to the bangs tutorial that I did at Kate's request, because Kate had just cut her bangs and needed some help because she was like, I'm letting them grow kind of like yours and they're going to be like extra long. I'm like, okay, I gotcha. Don't worry. So I did that, and so I'm really excited about it, and I have been gabbing and I need my fluids. I need Gatorade, and That's why I'm an eclectic witch. I don't claim to be specific things. I am very eclectic in all of my work. I love candle magic. I love cooking. I'm dabbling in growing plants again. My rosemary has not died yet, and as long as it does not die, I will be getting a thyme plant next. But the rosemary is still alive, which is a huge deal because the rosemary is actually part of this year's Ostara's meal, and so I got to use fresh stuff. It was fun, but as far as it all goes, I enjoy it. I enjoy doing what I do, and I just enjoy sharing stuff with you guys. And, you know, if I get to make a living off of it, fingers crossed this turns into an actual, like, thing, that's a plus, you know, for me. So, yeah. As I say, and I'm like, I never wear my rings on stream, and I've got Loki on tonight. So he is, like, full force, like, hi, I am here. So say hello to Loki. So if anyone's actually curious, there is a reason this ring got named that. Amongst the being more comfortable with my body, I don't want to say my figure has filled out. I'm just more comfortable in my body, but my fingers have kind of like gained a little bit of weight, I would say. I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. It's just a good thing. But when I first bought Loki 3 years ago, I've had Loki for a hot minute. He didn't want to stay on my hand. And so he would slide off very easily. He, it was literally like if I was wearing him, he would just like, I could hold my hand like this and he would just slip right off. Son of a bitch has been lost multiple times. And when I say lost, more so lost in the essence of, oh, he fell off in the car. Oh, he fell off in my purse. So therefore, mischievous little brat, aka Loki. Usually on my other hand, I have Francis and Jet usually. Francis is my red tiger's eye, and Jet is my obsidian. Or onyx. I can't remember. The black stones confuse me. She's not hematite. It's either onyx or obsidian. I don't know which one. But those are usually the ones I have on this hand. But yeah. We're just chilling tonight. I have planning that has to get done and figure all these things out and get everything done. And still need to finish my roast recipe. I think you need to invest in like those activewear bands, Talos, like the rubber ones that'll actually stay on your finger. That might be helpful. One of your friends is very obsessed with Thomas Shelby, and you just sent her a video of Cillian Murphy riding a horse downtown London. Then how did it fall off? I think you need a smaller band. At that point, you need a smaller band. Oh, but we are planning. That is the goal for tonight. Tomorrow is book stream. Again, tomorrow we will be working on the book. Yeah, it sounds like you definitely need a new one then. But we'll be working on the books tomorrow. Books. It depends on what mood I'm in. My goal is to get to 22,000 words because I still haven't hit that this week. And this little jump drive has all the future hopes and dreams on it. I'm serious, like. Co-working stream. I will be working on my book, but it's just a hangout situation again. Very similar to tonight, except I will actually be laser focusing in and working on my book. Where I swear, I love this desk, but the size of where my chair has to fit is literally like this big. Like it's not that big, and I have one of those like I can the little bugger will be backed up as soon as I can find another jump drive that I like. I haven't found one that I like, so yeah. And I don't trust putting it in the Apple Cloud because I don't want the shit stolen. But yeah, when tomorrow is kind of a co-working stream, I will be working on my book. Y'all can work on whatever you want, or you can just hang out. I will occasionally read things from the book. Um, Last week's I did tease some stuff, and in fantastic news, book three's epilogue is done. Vincent Lima is about to literally probably kill me with how much I have tagged him in things. Musically, because his songs so far in book three specifically have been really, really heavy. Book one opens with the song Eurydice by Vincent Lima. And then the last two chapters are both Vincent Lima songs at the very end of it. So, yeah, emotional turmoil, ladies and gents. Emotional turmoil. It's my favorite. But, yeah, last Wednesday we just kind of kicked off. I'll read some things here and there, and, like, I like to hear the feedback. I like to hear everyone talk about what they liked, as far as it goes. But it gets angsty. I read one of the angsty things. I feel like just getting another jump drive would be better. I mean, this one's just a Memorex cheapo, but, like, it was all I could find at Target, and, yeah. But, I promise there are backups of backups of backups of it. We're just, working on book three because someone, Aurelia, decided that she just wants to be Little Miss Princess right now, and she wants everything to be focused on her and William. And, yeah. So once I get her out of my head, we should be good to proceed to the rest of the family focusing. So kind of just a roll through of that, so I don't have to talk, full spiel tomorrow. Book one follows Mama and Daddy of the family. Book two is going to follow oldest brother and his significant other. And book three is Aurelia and William. Book four is Emile, and book five is Arronte. So we have the four siblings and the parents. The premise for Werewolves of London, the series. Thankfully now the Dracula is now in the public domain. This werewolf family is, and I swear the blurb will be better when someone can better summarize it than I can, because I suck at it right now. But the Daciana family is a family that has been long loyal to the Tepesh family, and they were loyal to Vlad. Yes, public domain, Daddy Drac, it's wonderful. But they're very loyal to the Tepesh family, so this is kind of being a little bit tiny historical fan fiction type situation. It's not fanfic, but it is kind of, in a weird, rambling kind of part it is. But but it follows the werewolf family, and Aurelia specifically has had on and off again with Vlad over the years, and this kind of trails like them, but also, fun fact, everyone's gonna find this out when the books happen and everything, but the Van Helsings are the bad guys. I won't explain that further than that, but the Van Helsing family are the bad guys in this, and it's gonna be wonderful to see how everyone takes the Van Helsings being bad guys through this. So, yeah. But right now, Aurelia is very, like, persistent that she's like, if you'll just get my story done, I will shut up and let everyone else talk. And I'm like, okay, I'm taking you at your word, bitch. So, working on that right now is the main goal. And then I have a duology that I will eventually finish, that is very much inspired by Philippa Gregory's historic retelling, fictional retelling of Edward VII and Elizabeth Woodville. And that is the main goal. This is very true. Everything is fan fiction if you read the metaphors wrong enough. But the other series is a duology series, and both do have titles, and I'm very excited about those. And the premise of them is like this great love story in this fake royal world of witchcraft and all that fun stuff. And book one is called The Prince's Witch. Book two will be called
No, wait. No. Oh no, I do have that right. So book 1 is The Prince's Witch. Book 2 will be The Witch's King. So it's gonna be fun. That one is wholeheartedly just made up, with very loose inspiration from uh, Philippa Gregory's books. But yeah, that's the game plan. Those are the game plans right now. So yeah, working on those two tomorrow. Predominantly working on Werewolves of London book 3. None of the books have titles yet. I'm letting that. I want to finish the book and then title it. A lot of people do wait until the end. Some people title them from the get-go, and that's how. This time I just don't have titles for them right now. I just mentally cannot come up with titles for them. So it be what it be, and it's okay. But yeah, just lots of plotting and planning tomorrow, and just writing. I need to get 22,000 words done. Like, that is my goal tomorrow. 22,000 words have to be finished tomorrow, because I keep putting it off. And so doing that, and then just doing that. So that's more of a co-working writing stream. And then but tonight is usually, most of the times we're piled up in the living room and we're reading, and just kind of body doubling and just hanging out. But tonight I really needed to get some of this planning and content creation done. I knew I wouldn't do it if I didn't do it on stream. So therefore, stream again. And yes, if anyone is questioning this at any point in time, I am a Taurus. That is why there are so many bull-themed stickers on my water bottle. I also have some D&D themed ones. These are from my friend Sammy. She has Telltrain. Bleh. Let me actually get the words right, people. It is Telltrain, and I know I've sent her messages. No, not Telltrain. Telltane, and I'm probably still butchering it, and she's gonna yell at me later. Telltane Trading Company, and she does a lot of D&D inspired things. So like these lovely little cutouts of the dice she did. But then she also kind of hoarded all of these Taurus stickers for me, which I freaking love her for. So like she hoarded this one for me, this one. I think one of my favorites is definitely this one. I love the little Taurus girl, and she's a redhead, and I just got reddish brunette situation, and I just went redhead earlier this year. So like I love all the little, like, the constellations, the little zodiac wheel. So she kind of hoarded all of these for me and then let me have these to put on my water bottle. So have all my Taurus representation. Now I feel like I need to go and get like 2 more of these, and then like we need to do my rising sign and my moon sign, which I'm a Virgo, which is kind of hilarious because that's 2 earth signs, and then I'm a Cancer rising, which is a water sign. And let me tell you something, it's a whole mess. I get really emotional very easily. People will tell you this. It's been confirmed, and not just by me. I am not a drama queen when it comes to that. But digressing. But I knew I wouldn't get any planning done tonight if I didn't do it this way. So, like, y'all are here to hang out. And, you know, we're going to have more streams like this. And I'm also really just trying to be more consistent with streaming. I did take off last Friday. I was very exhausted last Friday. I did not feel like gaming. I didn't feel like sitting in front of the TV screen and gaming. So we paused. That's okay. It's okay. There's going to be nights where we're not like that. And it's totally fine. I do eventually want to poke at some stuff. There's a book. And Julia, you may not know about this. But like there's the Hekateon by Jack Grail. So if you're not a practitioner who works with Hekate, a lot of people don't know about that book, but I found out through someone that I followed on Instagram or TikTok, and then they were posting about it because someone had let them see their copy. And And I really want to kind of do some Hecate themed streams and do that and kind of talk more about like why I practice, why she's one of my deities and stuff like that, and all that good stuff. But I really want to do more things, and so as long as you're subscribed, you'll get the notifications. And of course, in the Discord group, which unfortunately you have to go to. Dang it, where do I have it? I don't think I have it posted on here. Hang on, we're gonna fix that. If you want to join the Discord server, I want to generate new link. If you want to join the Discord server, let me actually the downside with OBS, I can't just like copy paste like with the keyboard shortcuts. It sucks. That is the link, the linkity schminkity, on Discord what's your phrase? That is on Twitch. I'm also putting it in the YouTube chat. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can click on that link. It is it's only good for 7 days. We're not giving the whole entire, you can just click on it and invite yourself in whenever you want. But 7 days, that one's good. There is actually YouTube and Twitch. Yes, I use OBS. It makes my life so much easier to do both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So, I have, there's a multiple output situation that you can use. And so, I am currently live on both Twitch and YouTube, and it makes my life so much easier. But this Twitch chat is only over here on OBS. I cannot get the YouTube chat over there, and that's fine, but it's annoying. Anyways, point being, that is so if you're only wanting to do Twitch, there is one that Talos told me about. It is called Meld. I have not tried it yet because they can't do simulcast streaming on there just yet, but it is much more user friendly. It's called Meld. But anyways, link in the chats is for the Discord server. On the Discord server, I actually have channels set up for YouTube announcements, Discord announcements, streaming announcements, all of that stuff. So I also have it when I post a TikTok. If there is a specific TikTok that is public domain and you can kind of see it, it will notify you if you're part of those groups. So I still haven't figured one out for how to do an automation of the blog posts. That is something we're gonna work on in the future. It's a goal. I want to have that, or we can do that, and have one for pulling in the Instagram feed, because I appreciate that, Julia. I don't deserve you as a friend. Our internet friendship has been wonderful, and I hope I get to come to Harmony's wedding in December, because this is important. I'm serious. I'm bringing my books with me. They must be signed. So if y'all don't know, and I will brag on Julia for a minute because she deserves to be bragged on. She is a published author of not one, not two. Is it officially 3 Witchy cocktail books now? If I'm right, if I remember that correctly. Harmony is my Rhiannon, is one of my Rhiannons from Fourth Wing. If I had to pick 2 besties that fit Rhiannon from Fourth Wing, it is Harmony and it is Sammy. And they both have never read Fourth Wing, so they don't understand that comment, but that is that's them. They're my ride or dies. But Julia has three amazing books. I was gifted witchcraft cocktails by a friend who works at Barnes & Noble. She found those and handed them off to me. I got that one for me. And then when I saw that Moon Magic, dang it, they're on my bookshelf and I should have these memorized, but I don't. But Moon Magic, I'm gonna be really bad
We're gonna do the Googles. Because I'm horrible. Moon Magic Mixology. I knew I was missing an M. And then there was one more you did. I remember this. What was it? It's one of like the whole the series, like the Green Witch House series and stuff like that. I remember it. But like she has the best cocktail books. Yes, I will always shout you out. Shush, shush. I love your books. Her apple cider recipe has been the talk of last year's Friendsgiving-mas with all of the witches together last year. Everyone has asked me, where did I get the recipe? And I'm like, it's not mine. I didn't come up with it. I cannot take credit for this at all. This is the book you need. And so I literally have basically become the person of like, buy this book. You will thank me later. Buy this book. And I am eventually, that is another goal that we are setting up for this. Whether I have to start renting a space to do it, which is possible. I know, she was telling me all about them. I was like, I'm gonna need the recipes for hers because hers looks delicious. And I'm not a huge cocktail drinker. But ideally, eventually, what I'd really like to do is actually do, because I want to do kitchen streams eventually. That's another thing we're eventually going to do, is cooking streams. And so I want to include that of us doing cocktails and stuff like that. And I remember telling you that I was planning on doing this, and I'm still planning on doing this. I am going to make my way through every single one of those cocktails in the 2 books that I have. So that is happening eventually. I really do. I want to do it. I just don't have a really good kitchen setup. I really don't have a lot of space in my kitchen, so it doesn't like work very well. It's like I would legitimately have to rent a space to go and do that, or find someone who's willing to let me commandeer their kitchen, that has a decent size kitchen that is aesthetically pleasing that we can do that in. But I'm also just like, we may just have to like rent a space, and that's totally fine. But it's a goal. I want to do that. I also have another internet friend, same person I did the bang tutorials for, Kate Bridal. She's absolutely amazing. I love Kate. Kate does the Living with Lecter series on Instagram and TikTok, where she is in a, I don't know how to just, I'm gonna have to get Kate to tell me how she would describe her and Hannibal's relationship, but it's like her and Hannibal are dating, but he is also interested in Will at the same time. And but anyways, point being is that she is in some weird style relationship with Hannibal Lecter, and we both have the cookbook, the Hannibal Lecter cookbook from the show, and we've talked about it, and when life gets fixed and everything, we will eventually do, I don't know if it'll be live, but we will definitely be doing some collabs with that to cook our way through the cookbook, and I think talk the show. I think that would be a great thing for us to do, and kind of talk about our takes on how we do our content with Hannibal, because your girl also needs to get back on her Dating Will Graham series, because I got stuff planned. Kate kind of inspired another football one, so it's Will and his girlfriend watching a football game together, while she is screaming at the screen about the Philly Eagles having a rough season. I'm a Philly Eagles fan in Tennessee, and I don't give 2 shits. Yes, I want to cook our way through the show, because there are actually in the book, there are recipes. Certain recipes are notated to go with certain episodes. So I also want to do that and see if we can't do that. So like cook our way through like each episode's like dishes in a way. I don't know if we'll do the foie gras. Situation. Kate was a little hesitant on that one, and I'm like,
I've never had it. I'll at least try it once. And then I can say I don't like it. But, I love it. I think it's a great idea. And I want to do these things because I love cooking. Cooking is, as a Taurus, this is a very Taurus thing to do. For those of y'all who are like, what the crap? It's zodiac stuff. I am huge on my zodiac. I very much lean into a lot of the things that my zodiac has, and Tauruses are very big on comfort. It's why I have a gajillion blankets running around. It's why I am sitting in a chair that, while it does not have like the best probably support, this thing is comfy to sit in, and it doesn't hurt my butt for long hours. I've been sitting here for streaming for an hour and 10 minutes now. My butt's still not uncomfortable. Like, this chair is super comfy, and I can sit in it crisscross applesauce. I can sit in a multitude of ways, and it's super comfy. It does encourage me to sit up more, I will say, because it's not ergonomically good for my back. So, like, it does encourage me to sit up more. But yeah, Tauruses are all about comfort. Good night, Talos. Yeah, I'm probably about to call it here in a minute, because tonight is usually our normal, like, short night, so we got like 15 more minutes. But it's really just, we're very comforting people. We like everyone to always be comfy cozy. That's why I'm like the first person, like, when you come over, I'm like, what do you want to drink? What would you like to eat? You know, if anyone ever asks me, it's like, what snacks can I bring? I'm like, just bring whatever you want, because unfortunately, I don't keep snacks. I don't snack a lot. So that's just me. But, like, I'm always the person that's going to have some drink for someone. One of my friends is not a person who drinks alcohol, and I very appreciate her for that, and I always try to have mocktails for her. We had a really cool cucumber one earlier this year, for our Ostara get-together. And, anyways, digressing, I'm a huge comfort person, so food is a huge comfort to me. It's like, if I can bring you comfort, it's gonna probably be through food. My comfort food is chili. I can eat that no matter what time of year it is. It can be 150 degrees outside. I am still gonna eat me some chili. I love chili. I actually had a bowl earlier today. And so, like, comfort cooking is a lot for me. I'm very, like, that's kind of my southern roots also coming through at that point. And so, kitchen witchery is very natural to me. And I joke, but I actually do mean it serious, that my great-grandmother, who I'm named after, was huge on, cooking. She loved to cook. And so I kind of take after that in a way. So we really didn't get a lot of planning done, but I think it's not that bad. It's not a bad thing. I love having chatty nights with y'all. Like, that's the whole point of this, is like just to hang out and chat. And honestly, most of this content stuff, it's not getting filmed right now anyways, because I still have to get all my stuff together for it. But it's just all about the comfort with the food. And so, like, I like to do things like that. I have, a friend of mine, Danny does a lot of my earrings. So if you've seen all of my fancy earrings, my clay earrings that you've seen on my Instagram and stuff like that, the blog logo, Danny is responsible for the blog logo, designing its original look. Sammy's the one who digitized it and fixed it and everything. So, Danny's done all of my earrings. She's made me versions of my blog logo with my earrings. And so, Danny and I got together last year on Samhain and hung out. I went trick-or-treating with her and her kids and her husband, and then we had dinner at her house, and we made little cornhusk dolls together. And so this year we're planning on doing that again. And so we're actually going to we're going to do the beef stew that I made, and we're going to also make some awesome bread loaves. And I'm really excited about the bread part, because I got a bread oven. Aldi had the bread ovens this year, you guys. And if you're not aware, bread ovens get expensive, especially when they're enamel covered. they're expensive. I looked at getting a Lodge cast iron one, not enameled, just cast iron. Starts at $50 to $70, and then it just goes up from there when they're enamel covered. I got this thing for $27. $27. That was with taxes. It was probably 27 and some change, but that was what I got it for. And it's green, so it goes with the cottagecore motif for the kitchen. And so I'm really excited for us to get to break it in. I think we're doing a garlic bread. So I'm really excited about that. But we've kind of made this like our personal little tradition of this is when we get together. Just because we get to go take the kids trick-or-treating. I adore her kids. So we go do the really nice neighborhoods where like they hand out like whole-size chocolate bars and stuff like that. So we go and do that, and then we go have dinner, and we kind of just do our little witchy stuff afterwards. But funny enough, I'm working my way through the Hecate, which is something I want to talk about eventually here on the channel and what Jack Grail's done with it. And I'm going through my rites with Hecate in it. And the fantastic part about that is that night 8 lands on Halloween night. So when I get home, I have to be like ready to go like straight into ritual and everything with that at midnight. And then the last night is actually on November 1st, which I think is like very poignant because it's All Souls night. And funny enough, Matthew to Claremont's birthday. The things I remember from Discovery of Witches. So that is kind of the game plan. So I'm kicking off my rites with Hecate on Thursday night. I've tried to do it multiple times and just haven't been in the right headspace. So I'm like taking this time as like I think this is the right time to go through and do this. So doing that. So all that's calendar planned. All that's gonna be fun. And yeah. At some point I have to go see Mom this week and pick up some canisters from her, and then that's pretty much it. My week is pretty chill for the most part. But yeah, all the planning that I technically need to do and really need to sit down and finish things and get the next book review film, because I don't have that done yet, and get that done so that I can get it edited and scheduled for next Tuesday, because I like scheduling it. I like to schedule and leave it. So that I don't have to think about it. It makes my life easier. So we do that. I apologize if this has been rambly and y'all are coming in just like, what the heck? And I'm like, you're hanging out with someone who rambles. I'm sorry. If you haven't figured that out yet on my channel, this is what we do. We hang out, we ramble, we have fun. But yeah, there's just a lot of content coming, a lot of content creation ideas flowing at all times. I like to ramble, and I can talk a subject to death. Eventually, I really want to convince one of my friends to come on and us have a Marvel night where we basically call out Tony Stark for as long as we so choose to. Because we've kind of unintentionally been working on an essay that explains that Tony Stark is the Stark family is pretty much responsible for everything that went bad in the MCU, short of everything that had to deal with Thor. And we have receipts. We have receipts for this. So yeah, that'll happen eventually if I can con her into coming on the stream. But yeah, just having those hangouts and doing that stuff. And, you know, tomorrow will be a little bit more quiet. I will say, I vocally for me, because when I get into that reading zone, I'll most likely have my headphones turned on and connected to my phone so that I can sit and listen to Don't Tempt Me with a Good Time. I was actually going to talk to you about that. Yes, I'm referring to you, Julia. I was actually going to talk to you about that because I actually kind of wanted to do that. So, we'll sync up on that. once I figure out what the heck's going on with life there. But just in general, I think it's gonna be. Yes, I saw it. I saw it. It popped up. I was going to look at something and just explain that like I'll probably have my phone connected to my headphones, which I love my Sonys. They're amazing. I got them in blue and I absolutely love them. These are my travel buddies. I really love these guys for airplane travel. Freaking amazing. But I'll probably have my headphones connected to my phone and not listening to anything other than playlists for that. Like I said, those are public, by the way. The playlists are public for the books. I don't have them hidden on my Spotify, but they might eventually become hidden. I haven't decided yet. But like I said, Vincent Lima takes up a lot of my space and my mental capacity. He literally has 3 songs on book 3's playlist. He gets to own the prologue, the epilogue, and the chapter before the epilogue. So yeah, and then I think I put a few more of his on in different places. Like it's crazy. Vincent Lima and I are a little bit of a love relationship. I think he stole my diary or my journal and decided to write all of these things that I think of about myself and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, all the things. And eventually I need to figure out, once life gets settled and I can afford to do certain things, I'm also planning on, I have an artist that I was wanting to work with and get things done for the blog, so we have like more than my little attempts in Canva. Like, I'm not knocking Canva. I'm knocking my design attempts. Self-deprecating jokes are my best stuff. But I really, really would like to have some like really cute little things to like have go up on my YouTube channel and stuff like that, of like intro stuff. And I found someone whose vibe is very witchy and everything. And so she's great. The problem is that right now I can't even afford that. So we're stuck with what I have designed for now. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah. Anyways, hair. I've already done. I know. Tiffany and I did a hair care stream, just to kind of give some background here. We've done a hair care stream. My goal with this new video that I'm actually planning on is really actually walking y'all through, just to kind of give. So if you've been here and you actually watch these things, you get these little tidbits of what's coming next. And not like the lives don't stay up permanently on my YouTube either, but like, you know, you get the cheats if you come to these live and you get to know about everything. So my hair care video that I'm wanting to work on is actually more so focusing in on like the products I use at home versus like the styling tips and stuff that Tiffany did in our trip to the salon live. This one is going to be more focused on what I do at home, how I do what I use to achieve my curls. Which reminds me, I need to I did not think about that. Hang on. Did I forget to add a label in here? Yes, I did. Sleeping tools. Oh Lord, it's gonna be a really long video and I regret nothing and it's okay. Not what I wanted to do. Hang on. I just want to move the one. No. Not what I wanted to do. Okay, sometimes me and Notion do not get along. So essentially my goal for the next video is to go through these things and like talk about like what I've ordered, what I keep, and like what I'm willing to change and things like that. So, which also comes with some really cool witchy products. Julia, you'd probably like some of these. But particularly my favorite hair oil. I was using Fable in Maine. I am now using a different oil because I switched to a local apothecary here in Nashville that does some really cool stuff. And so I use a new scalp oil that is made locally out of some really cool herbs and all that stuff. And it's really fantastic. And all those fantastic things. And I'm just going to continue to ramble, and it's totally okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. I did it. Yes, my YouTube, everything is the same username. The only place that I cannot use Magnolias and Crystals is frickin' Twitter. Not that I use Twitter. Everything is under Magnolias and Crystals. We are unanimous branding. You should be able to actually get to the link for the YouTube via the YouTube announcements page. You should be able to see everything. If you can't, please tell me, because that's going to make me really, really mad if I have to set that up in a very, very bad way. Make sure that if you're on YouTube announcements, you can see the history. Yes, okay, I do have that set up where y'all can read the history. Yay, makes me double check things. So yeah, it's all under the same branding. I use Magnolias and Crystals everywhere. That's kind of the thing. That's why I've got my little bouncy things up when they're typically up right here. Is my little social media banners that I worked on. So Ko-Fi, Patreon, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. No, not Twitter. Threads, TikTok. Am I forgetting one? I feel like I'm forgetting one. They're everywhere. It's Magnolias and Crystals no matter where it is. Just because it's just easier than trying to do different ones. And that's why I don't use Twitter, X, whatever anymore, is because they don't give you enough freaking things to do the whole entire like name. And trying to shorten it was like HELL. So I just don't use X anymore. I've taken it off, I think, everything. And so I don't use it anymore. Oh goodness. So we've got overnight blowout. Pillowcases. But yeah, this new YouTube video is just gonna go over everything that I've done to kind of help with my hair care journey. I know it looks short right now. It's because I curled it. It's down, guys. Like it's long, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. It's driving me bonkers right now because it's already gotten that long, and I'm like, you can cut it off. I keep getting that urge to cut the damn shit, and then I'm like, nope. You want your Jillian hair? You have to get 10 more inches on this stuff. So yeah, I keep fighting the urge to cut my hair. But just working on this just in general, because like I want to, like, you know, I love sharing this stuff of things I've learned, because it's like you learn it's something about the witch community that I really, or practitioner community. I don't want to just say witch because guys don't always claim that. That's the biggest thing about the practitioner community as a whole that I feel like is my favorite part, is that we learn from each other constantly. We're always learning new things. And I love following people who are practitioners because, you know, you learn new things. It's all about learning new things. I'm a huge proponent of that. I love to learn things. So, yeah, we're just always over here bettering ourselves and learning new things. And that is always the goal. Which is why it's like, as I do these YouTube videos, I find ways to make it more streamlined. Like, the Blackbird Oracle review is very, very rambly, and I didn't like it. I loved it for the fact of what I talked about. I do not like how I structured it. So I've Notion is great. I love Notion's AI. It's very, very helpful in things, and I don't use it to necessarily write my content. I use it more of create me a rubric situation. So for like my book review videos, I have gone in and had Notion's AI go in and just like I asked it to essentially just create me a book review, a YouTube video book review rubric. And so it created me this lovely little thing where it's introduction, brief greeting, welcome to viewers, introduce the book title and author, mention the genre and any relevant background information, and then go through the book overview, providing now I've moved some things around on this to a degree because like this is just a general thing of what it's done, but it's like, you go through the book overview in the second part, talk about key themes and writing style, what you liked and what you didn't, personal review of the book, and then kind of that conclusion and the call to action stuff. If I have a rubric, I am unbeatable. I am Thanos. I am inevitable when it comes to those things. So like I use AI in those aspects to really help me with that. Now there are some things that I do use it for that are not necessarily that style, but as my ChatGPT learns me, it learns how I kind of word things, and so it sounds like it's me, but it's not, and I love that. But I've been using it for some things, updating my my little thing on Discord, my little subject area on Discord. Coming up with tonight's stream notification and the name. It's very helpful to me. Coming up with the YouTube description and the title. Like I might tweak things here and there. I did tweak tonight's a little bit, but like for the most part, I really enjoy it because it like gives me that freedom to like be like, hey, if I don't like something, I can always go in and change it. But like it gives me kind of like a rubric to use. So it's fantastic. I love it. There are certain things that I feel like AI shouldn't be used for. I don't think it's wrong to use it to help you out on occasion. So there you go. Just my thoughts. It was fun hanging out with you, Julia, and I can't wait for you to join more streams and get to be here and hang out. So I actually am going to call it a night. I am exhausted. It is 9 o'clock here. Lady Catherine is probably sitting in the living room like, Mum, who are you talking to? I hear no other voices, so I'm just going to call it a night. I'm going to get my water bottle refilled with my Gatorade and call it a night and go snuggle the baby because she is all about the snuggles as of late. But I will see you all tomorrow for book stream. Tomorrow we are doing book writing stream. I need to actually update the little thingy because Talos said that it was hard to see, so I'm going to fix that tonight and get that updated so that it's actually legible tomorrow. And we'll hang out tomorrow doing that. And maybe I'll tease y'all with a little bit of the epilogue. Just a teeny tiny little tease because I don't want to give away everything, but just maybe a paragraph or a quote or something. But I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you all enjoyed tonight, and we'll just keep on rocking. And I'm gonna make this more regular. There's a reason I have a schedule. I'm sticking to my schedule as much as I can. So Wednesdays might shift a little bit here and there, but as they do, I will make sure that those announcements are made on Instagram stories and TikTok stories, and we will be good. So I will see you all later. Peace out.